Kate Barnard is one of those that I don't think even still that she gets enough credit for everything that she did. She probably has the longest lasting legacy of any Oklahoma politician.
Catherine, better known as Kate Barnard, spent her life advocating for others.
She took up any opportunity to fight for individual rights, to help people in any way, shape, or form.
She was one who was very much an advocate for those that had been marginalized by the broader society.
Barnard, having clerked for several legislators, pushed for reforms and ways to make life better for children and eventually inmates.
It's through that activism that she's elected the first commissioner of the Charities and Corrections Department.
She received more votes than any other politician at the time. She was more popular than Charles Haskell was, than anybody else.
You know, she was very much like a pioneer, and also really saw herself as a public servant in the truest sense of the word, as someone who is working, for the state on behalf of the people.
As the commissioner of Charities and Corrections, Barnard traveled to Kansas, where many of Oklahoma's inmates were housed. She found the conditions deplorable, returning to Oklahoma and demanding an investigation and change.
Kate Barnard really took advocate that these still are our people. We need to care for them. Yes, they have done bad, but putting them in these conditions are not going to help them be a better person when they get out.
She was a trailblazer at a time when women had very few rights.
One thing to remember is at this time, women did not have the right to vote in Oklahoma. And so Kate Barnard's story is a good example of how women could be political and could find opportunities in political spaces at the time without having the right to vote.
It's very empowering because it means that anybody can make an effort, anybody can make a change, anybody can have a little bit of influence to make this world just a little bit better.
Seen as a progressive reformer at the time, Barnard created a lasting legacy.
The immensity of what she has done for Oklahoma, for the country, for children, for prisoners in jail, it's huge. And all she did was dare to act.
Her work would lead to new laws, which would eventually establish not only the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, but the State Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services and the State Department of Human Services.
She is probably the most influential social and political figure in Oklahoma's history. Everything that she did in the late 1800s, early 1900s still affects us today.